Hey y'all, here's my classic Frigidaire window unit that sits right here in my living room. It's a 6500 BTU, and I actually own a total of 4 window units, and right now I'm only using this window unit because I have a central air conditioning now, which I've had since 2009, but before I had, central air conditioning, I actually used window air conditioners to, keep my house cool. And I do have, videos of, of the, 2 other window units that I own, that I'm going to post a link to in the description if you want to see my other units. There's one unit I have that, I haven't used in years, stored away in my shed, but, it's not in one of my videos, but maybe someday I'll drag an extension cord out to the shed and get around to videoing it. But, again, I am going to post the links in the description of the other, window units that I own. When I got central air conditioning, I decided to, still actually use a window unit in this living room, because if you look in here, you can see all these big old windows. You can see these big windows too, and of course, I'll close the curtains, but still a lot of heat gets in here, especially if it's above 90 degrees. And so anyway, what this window unit actually does is, it helps, relieve, all the extra heat that gets in here from the windows. Helps compensate and helps make me, get it through the heat. My central unit will, cool, most of my house, all except for this living room, just when it's, really hot outside. And, of course, it being that this window unit is 6,500 BTUs, it's definitely big enough to cool down this living room for sure. And so anyway, here's the remote for it. Well, got your timer right there. Okay, got the fan speed, the temperature adjustment, and also energy saver, which I love the energy saver because it helps it to where, whenever the compressor shuts down, the fan will shut down too. What it will still do is the fan will, still cycle on and stay on for, a few seconds, just so that it can draw in air and help the unit sense the temperature better. But if the window unit is not sensing that it needs to turn on, the fan will shut back off. Because, to be honest with you, what I do not like about the vintage units is, the fan will stay on all the time, even when the compressor shut down. And I like, that my newer window units can be, a program to where the fan actually shuts down whenever the compressor shuts off. To me, that helps save energy, but Here, of course, here's the control panel for it. Check filter, timer, well, sleep mode, which I've never used. Of course, mode, you know, fan only. Basically the same, you know, features which are on the remote, but I love that the newer units have a remote because, be honest, it makes it more handy to use. And go ahead and demonstrate this unit in action, and then I'm gonna, like, you know, yeah, we'll go ahead and, okay, here goes, okay, we're gonna turn it on. Alright, I just turn it on, and that's all the way down to 65. And since it's down all the way to 65, the compressor automatically kicked on because, I mean, it's not, because gotta have it really low today for it to kick on, because, I mean, it's fairly cool today. It's like, you know, got a nice breeze. I mean, it's about 70 something with a nice breeze, so. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the timer. Alright. Timer is kind of a pain in the ass to set. This is a 5 for 0.5. I think that means the unit will automatically shut down, you know what, when it's been on for 5 hours. If you want it to shut down 5 hours later, or, I mean, in order to adjust the timer, you gotta use the temperature control. Let's see if it will go down. Well, huh. Oh, what I had to do was go all the way down, and apparently it will only adjust up. Well, let's see, 3 for the unit to run 3 hours, and no, I think the 0.5 is a half hour, but, and then push up on the arrow, 3.5, and timer's kind of a pain in the ass to set. I mean, don't really use it, but, you know, I just pretty much, you know, shut the unit off when it's cool off at night anyway. But, and let's see, here's the fan speed. Okay, that's medium, low, all the way back up to high. Energy saver mode, which is already in fan only, which I don't use a fan only. Auto fan, never use that feature, don't know anything about it, but let me, like, you know, I moved my desk over so I could, like, you know, video the information to the side here. Go ahead and take my camera down nice and slow so you all can read the information. Feel free to pause the camera if you want. Good unit, but only a problem is it has some China pride to it. I mean, within the last several years, I mean, it's had China pride show to it, and let me show you what I'm referring to. The on and off switch does not work. Does not work. So what I have to do is, like, I have to shut the unit down by the remote. That's the only way it will turn on and off as a remote unless you want to plug and unplug it. So shut off. Now turn back on. Sometimes you gotta push kind of hard there because, I mean, China pride to it. And I'm gonna go let's go ahead and go to the outside here. And I'll go ahead and show you my unit from the outside. Okay, here it is from the outside, and of course there's a Frigidaire logo which is kind of fading, and some kind of certification sticker which is definitely faded, but can well kind of see the fan motor from there. Of course, styrofoam, for support, and there's a look at the compressor, if you can see the compressor, but nice and quiet. And this unit is from 2009, 13 years old, and still alive and well, so thumbs up for that at least, and have a good weekend.